Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a hard-working but angry merchant. He was known in nearby towns for selling rice, spices, and cloth. But unlike others who used carts or wagons, he had only one companion to carry everything: his old, loyal donkey. One morning, just after sunrise, the merchant packed his donkey with heavy goods, big bags of rice, and baskets full of strong-smelling spices like pepper and cinnamon. He looked down at the donkey and said sharply,
"We have a long way to go today. We must reach the city market before sunset. No time to waste. Let's move."
And so the merchant and his donkey walked away from their small house and started their journey. They had no car or cart, only their own feet. They walked through green forests, over wooden bridges, and past quiet rivers. Birds were singing, and the donkey kept walking without a single complaint. But even at the beginning, he looked tired. The load on his back was too heavy. As the hours passed, the green trees disappeared, and they came to a wide open land. The sun above was hot and bright with no clouds and no wind. The road was long and full of dust. The merchant wiped the sweat from his forehead and yelled,
"Keep moving. We'll never get there if you keep slowing down."
The donkey, weak and silent, tried his best. But his legs started shaking, and suddenly, he fell hard to the ground. The baskets moved, the rice slipped, and dust flew into the air. The merchant became very angry. He shouted,
"You always ruin everything. Are you trying to make me fail?"
The donkey didn't say anything. He slowly tried to stand, legs still shaking. People passed by on the road. Some had small carts, others had horses. A few looked at the merchant with sad eyes, but they kept walking. Then, an old man with a white beard and a walking stick came near and saw what was happening. He looked at the tired donkey, then at the merchant, and said kindly,
"Why do you shout at the one who is helping you?"
The merchant replied,
"He's lazy. If he worked harder, we'd already be there."
The old man gave a small smile.
Even the strongest legs will fall when the weight is too heavy. Remember that,
he said quietly, and walked on. The merchant ignored him and kept going. The day got hotter. The sky burned above, and the road stretched forever. The donkey tried, but his body gave up again. He fell to the ground, this time not moving. His breathing was slow, and his eyes were half closed. He looked around, no shade, no help, no wagon to carry the goods. Just him, the dust, and the silence. The merchant dropped his bag and sat on a rock. He was angry, tired, and stuck. But then he looked at the donkey. The donkey's leg was bleeding. The ropes had rubbed his back raw, and still the donkey hadn't complained. Suddenly, the merchant felt sorry. He stood up, took off his coat, and tore it into strips. Carefully, he wrapped the donkey's leg. Then he removed the heaviest bags and left them by the road. He walked to the donkey, placed a hand gently on its head, and said,
"I'm sorry. You didn't deserve my anger. You've carried me farther than anyone else ever has."
The donkey looked at him softly and slowly stood up. This time, they walked side by side. As the sun started to set and the sky turned orange, they finally reached the city gates. Slowly, but together. Moral of the story: those who carry our burdens deserve our kindness, not our anger. A journey is not truly complete if we lose our heart along the way.